Classification. Products and substances are classified as dangerous goods if they could be hazardous during transport or when they spill or leak. Everyone involved in transportation has to understand the hazards of dangerous goods. This includes shippers, handlers, drivers, and emergency responders. It is the responsibility of the shipper to know whether an item is flammable, toxic, corrosive, etc., and to find out how it should be classified under the dangerous goods regulations. The manufacturer is usually the one who conducts the laboratory tests to determine whether the product fits into one or more of the 9 classes. The shipper may find this information by looking it up in the list of dangerous goods, checking a previous shipping document for the same product, checking the Material Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS, which often lists the dangerous goods classification along with other technical information and safe handling procedures, and contacting the manufacturer. Each of the 9 classes of dangerous goods represents a different type of hazard. The class guide has different colors, symbols, and numbers that show the type of danger of each class. If a product has more than one type of hazard, it may belong to more than one class. The primary class is shown first, with subsidiary classes in brackets. This information can be important in case of a spill or leak. A trained emergency responder will attack the biggest threat first. In some classes, the degree of hazard is indicated by packing groups, always shown in Roman numerals. 1. Great danger. 2. Moderate danger. 3. Minor danger. There are hundreds of thousands of chemical compounds and millions of trade names. To reduce confusion, the dangerous goods regulations include a list of about 3,000 shipping names. The shipper must choose the correct shipping name from this list. Minor variations are acceptable. For example, the shipping name does not always have to be in capital letters. It can be singular or plural. The word order can be changed, as long as it still makes sense. If NOS, or not otherwise specified, is part of the shipping name, the main hazardous ingredient of the product may have to be added. The shipping name might be corrosive liquid, NOS, phosphoric acid. The same United Nations, or UN number, is used around the world to identify dangerous goods, even though the shipping name might be different. For example, gasoline is UN 1203, even when it is called benzene in Germany or gasolina in Mexico. These are the first 5 columns of the alphabetical list of dangerous goods. Column 1, shipping name and description. For example, methanol. The shipping name is shown in capitals in the list. Column 2, UN number, UN 1230. The UN number always appears with the letters UN. Column 3, class, in this case 3 and 6.1. The primary class is listed first, followed by the subsidiary class in brackets. Column 4, packing group or risk group. The packing group, 1, 2, or 3, or the risk group, 2, 3, or 4, shows the degree of hazard. And column 5, special provisions. Special provisions may add definitions, restrictions, or exemptions. Other columns in the dangerous goods list contain additional information, such as explosive limits and limited quantities, quantities requiring an emergency response assistance plan, maximum quantities permitted if passengers are also carried, and dangerous goods that are marine pollutants. Products in Class 1 are designed to explode, for example dynamite, or create special effects, like fireworks. Materials that could explode accidentally, like propane or gasoline, are not included in Class 1. Whenever you see a label or placard with an orange background, this indicates explosives. For materials that have greater hazards, classes 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3, the bursting bomb symbol is used. For explosives that have less risk, classes 1.4, 1.5, and 1.6, the bomb symbol does not appear. Explosives are separated into compatibility groups, shown by capital letters near the bottom of the label or placard. In general, explosives in different compatibility groups should not be shipped together. If you ship or transport explosives, you may need additional training in safe handling. Class 2. Gases. Materials that are under pressure might have several hazards. They might erupt violently. The vapors can spread rapidly. The vapors might be super cold. The cylinder could turn into a missile if it's heated, damaged, or punctured. There are no packing groups for gases. 2.1. Flammable gas. Flammable gases can ignite easily, so the symbol is a flame on a red background. 2.2. Non-flammable, non-toxic gas. These gases are hazardous only because they're compressed. The symbol is a cylinder on a green background. Oxidizing gases use special labels and placards. 2.3. Toxic gas. Toxic gases are poisonous or corrosive and are very dangerous, as shown by the skull and crossbones. Class 3. Flammable liquids. Materials in Class 3 are dangerous because liquids can move quickly and spread over large areas. Their vapors can ignite and cause an explosion or intense fire. The flame symbol on a red background indicates the danger of fire. Flammable liquids are separated into packing groups according to the flash point and the initial boiling point. The degree of danger is shown by packing groups 1, 2, and 3. Class 4. Flammable substances. Class 4 products ignite easily and have fire hazards that are difficult to control. They all have the flame symbol, but on a different background. 4.1. Flammable solids. Some flammable solids catch fire easily, and others could cause a fire through friction. Once they start to burn, they are difficult to extinguish. They are identified by a red and white striped background. 4.2. Spontaneously combustible. Under certain conditions, these materials could ignite without warning. The background is half red, half white, indicating burning, not burning. 4.3. Dangerous when wet. These substances could react with water to give off flammable gases or could burst into flames on contact with water. The blue background indicates the danger of water. Class 5. Oxidizers, organic peroxides. Class 5 materials can provide oxygen to increase the intensity of a fire. The symbol is a flame supported by an O for oxygen on a yellow background. 5.1. Oxidizers. These are substances that contain large amounts of readily available oxygen that will feed a fire. 5.2. Organic peroxides. Organic peroxides are unstable and reactive. When they are combined with other materials, they can burst into flames, create heat, and provide more oxygen. Class 6. Toxic, infectious substances. Class 6 products or substances harm people by poisoning or infecting them. 6.1. Toxic. Toxic substances or poisons may cause injury or death if you're exposed to them. Poisons can be swallowed, inhaled, or absorbed through the skin. The symbol is a skull and crossbones. Toxic substances are separated into packing groups depending on how toxic they are. 6.2. Infectious. Infectious substances are known or suspected to cause disease. They could be hazardous to animals or humans or both. The label and placard show a biomedical symbol. The label has specific emergency instructions. Infectious substances are separated into risk groups 2, 3, or 4, depending on how contagious or how lethal they are. Risk group 1 is not dangerous enough to be regulated, and risk group 4 is the most dangerous. Class 7. Radioactives. Radioactive materials give off a form of energy that can break down atoms and molecules. Exposure to radiation can cause damage to tissue and bones. It can cause cancer and genetic mutation. The trefoil symbol indicates the presence of radioactive material. Radioactives are separated into hazard categories according to the level of radioactivity. Category 1. Low risk, requires no special handling. Category 2. Medium risk, requires little special handling. Category 3. High risk, requires special handling. Radioactives are highly regulated and must be packaged, handled, stored, and documented under the rules of the Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission. If you ship or transport radioactives, you may need additional training in safe handling. Class 8, corrosives. Corrosives can damage skin, metal, or other materials. Even the vapors can be hazardous. The best way to learn about the danger of corrosives is to understand how they are separated into packing groups. 1. Rapid, severe, and permanent damage to skin. 2. Severe skin damage after moderate contact. 3. Severe skin damage after longer contact. Be careful. If you mix corrosives together or with other dangerous goods, this could cause a violent reaction and release toxic or corrosive vapors. Class 9, miscellaneous. These are dangerous goods that are not covered by any of the other 8 classes, but are still dangerous if they spill or leak while they are being transported. The symbol is black and white stripes in the top half of the diamond. Class 9 includes products and substances that are dangerous to human health but not poisonous, genetically modified microorganisms, intended for disposal and are hazardous to the environment, and transported at a high temperature.